Welcome back to another Daily Truth. I don't know what time you're watching, I don't know what time you're tuning in, but it's the best time to get in this space and in the place of Jesus Christ. Listen, the time went back, and it's getting darker quicker. And that's why this word right here is going to be perfect. I don't know what time you're watching this, but this is the first day where the time is going back, or maybe the second day. But no matter what, this is on brand for that season. So Ephesians 4 verse 26, we can get right into it. It says, in your anger, do not sin. Do not let the sun go down while you are still angry. I think to understand that, God knew how reactive we will be in our anger, right? From that tree of life, that tree of knowledge, we gained some emotional feelings. We gained sadness. Right? We always knew what happiness would be, but we gained some sadness, we gained some confusion, and we gained some anger. These things that we're experiencing right now, we were never supposed to experience. This wasn't the plan for God. We kind of made it harder for him, but not harder, but you know what I'm saying. Like, kind of just like, okay, switch up the whole plan. We got it. That's what we're gonna do. But with gaining that knowledge of anger, many of us deal with anger differently. I used to deal with it by punching holes in walls. I was never taught the healthy way of I was never taught the healthy way to deal with my anger. So what I seen is what I thought was healthy, or not healthy, but I thought it was correct. And honestly, I'd look at what made me angry, like what I allow someone to make me, what I allow someone to have that emotional control over me to where I'm reacting in that way. Right? Not even thinking about my faith, my religion. No. I want you to feel how I felt. Right? I'm never gonna put my hands on nobody, but I want you to feel how I felt emotionally. Like, if you tore me down, I want to tear you down. Right? That's how I was. But to know that the Lord knew this, now probably not to that extent, but he knew this. In your anger, do not sin. Right? Like, it's already a sin to be angry. Not saying that, whatever. I don't want to get into that, but because we're not always going to be happy. We're not always going to be, at the top of the mountain, looking down. We're going to have some moments where we're in that valley. But I think that this warning is super, super important. Because honestly, some people may be angry at God. And let's just be honest. Let's just be honest here. That's a real season for some people. Some people truly are mad at the Creator. And I'm not gonna say I agree, but I understand. When you've been in a constant season of testing and you just felt like you've never had your head above water, whether it was financially, whether it was mentally, physically, spiritually, whatever, you gonna question some things. Like, what do you you listen to me, Elijah? What are you talking about? I've been here for six years. You're 26 years old and you're telling me this through a camera. I don't know what you've been. I get it, and I can't tell you anything that God hasn't shown you. Right? I'm not God. I'm not holier than thou. I'm not anything. Right? I'm Elijah Golden, and God tells me and shows me things differently through experience. But to know that some people are angry, that they've been in certain seasons, certain situations, right? That they're not winning. I heard recently, I'm very tuned into 2019 church, like more than y'all would know. Like, I think I watch it when I'm bored. I watch it when I'm happy, all those things, so I can get it. You know what I'm saying? And he has said, like, bro, some people are gonna die middle class. Some people are gonna die literally poor. Some of Jesus' followers, man, true disciples. I'm talking about real deal, like will never get a lick of anything that we deem important on this earth. Right? But do you know what they're worth in the kingdom? Like, not trying to convince you that your season is, I'm just letting you know. It's better to have spiritual riches in heaven, stored in heaven, so that where you're going to be forever, you're not in debt there. I would be, yeah, you know how I get. I just love it. I love it. But with this verse right here, y'all, don't let the sun go down while you are still angry. I want you to understand, like, the emotional control some people can have over you is really deemed to how much power you give them in your life. Whether you are creating new relationships, trying to hold on to current relationships, or looking back at past relationships, it's like, am I allowing this person to shape how I see myself? I think that whole relationship with God is really important, right? Opening your word, so that shapes how you see yourself, so that whenever you create these relationships, trying to maintain these relationships, you aren't being pulled away from the ultimate construct, which is through the word, right? The word tells you who you are in him. I don't know who you are outside of him. I don't know this person you created to be, to survive in this world, like I always say. Not a bad thing, just not a good thing. It's not a God thing. Feel me? So in your anger, do not sin. That was easy to say, right? And you may be angry in the next few weeks and you're gonna sin, right? But recognize it. So that the more that it happens, the more that you are beginning to get angry at certain situations, you're recognizing, like, wait, this isn't even worth my energy. This isn't worth giving up the energy I could be giving God in this moment of anger. What am I turning to when I'm angry? Like, when I'm frustrated, where am I going? For some, say open your word, but personally, go to prayer. Your head's already down, right? You're angry. You're already like, go to prayer. In that moment of that frustration, Father God, I don't know why I'm allowing this person to get under my skin. I don't know why this person is trying to pray. When all else fails, never fail to pray. This word was very timely, and now that the sun's going down quicker, you gotta make sure that in that time frame, you're not allowing yourself to go to bed angry. Right? That stuff rots while you're sleeping. You wake up, your energy already drained. Right? Your spirit's already dull. You don't need that. You don't need that. You already got a word to read. We don't need you showing up dull and just dull. Dull is freaking is described in the Bible too. So go look that up in the Bible. Dull. But yeah, man, I want you to reply in the comments, anger, and I want you to answer the question, where does your mind go when you're angry? This is a good question. Some of y'all might not know what to answer with that, but where does your mind go when you're angry? I can answer it for you. My mind goes straight to black. It goes nowhere, like just mad. Not anymore, I don't get as mad, but how it used to be, I used to go straight to black, nothing, I can't think about nothing. Act off emotion. So just let me know, I'm ready to see what y'all say in the comments. I'm super excited. I will see y'all again on another Daily Truth.